Today we are in a kindergarten classroom and our lesson is on weather. The standard that we will be covering is understand change in observable patterns of weather that occur from day to day and throughout the year. The next generation science standard that we will be covering is use and share observations of local weather conditions to describe patterns over time. Our objective states that students should be able to individually fill out the weather chart with the corresponding drawings. In order to achieve mastery, they will be required to draw at least 4 out of the 6 pictures correctly.
The weather concepts covered in our book are rainy, snowy, foggy, cloudy, stormy, sunny, and windy. Other concepts that are addressed in our book are forces in motion. For the engage phase, we will be reading a book called Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs by Judy Barrett. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs is a story told inside of a story. It is about a town called Chew and Swallow. In this town, it didn't rain and it didn't snow. Instead, everything they ate came from the sky at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They would get things like eggs for breakfast, hamburgers, and splashes of soda. Whatever fell from the sky that day is what the town had to eat. Towards the end of the story, the town of Chew and Swallow started to experience some strange things. Bread was falling larger than they had ever seen. There were salt and pepper winds and tomato tornadoes. A giant pancake and maple syrup flood took over the school, forcing them to shut down. The town was too dangerous, so everyone sailed on stale bread to evacuate. They created a new town somewhere else and found it odd that they had to purchase their food from the grocery store. Students should be aware of different weather patterns that they experience every day and how it affects them. So for the Explore phase, students will complete a matching game within their table groups. The students will match the appropriate clothing to the type of weather. The types of weather that we included are sunny, rainy, and snowy.
To facilitate discussion in the explain phase, we will ask each group to share 2 of the matches that they found. Based off of their answers, we will construct an anchor chart for students to be able to reflect on in the future. In order for the students to apply what they have learned, in the elaborate phase, we will have them predict the weather for the following day and draw what it will look like.
The students have learned about the different weather patterns through activities, worksheets, and the reading of the book Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. To evaluate the students, we will check the students' understanding of their knowledge of weather patterns by having them complete the How Weather Looks chart. The students are expected to draw the correct picture that corresponds to the weather type. There will be 6 different weather types for the students to draw. For the students to show mastery in this activity, they will need to receive at least 4 out of 6 points. To close, we will collect the diagram and check for students' understanding. If needed, then a mini lesson can be taught on the weather concepts.